just going to give you a quick tutorial here on how to do this little trench areas here. This is all engraved into the rock, so I am going to try to show you how I do it. Others may vary in how they do theirs, but I've kind of learned a little trick here just to make it look like it's got a little bit more rock. I've been working on the Rylestone map here. This is called the Quake version, which is basically a shimmer of the actual map. And I've actually increased, and I've done a couple of fixes on the map as well. I've also took in some other assets from other YouTube channel members out there, and I've actually enhanced what they have done and made it my own. So here, just a little quick tutorial here. So I'm going to go, I can't really show you the full picture here because the full screen is not showing. However, if I go to Sculpt, okay, so as we all know is that when you zoom out, let's make this a little quicker, and you can actually see what the map looks like. But if you look at the dark areas here, like say for instance, let's go to this little area right here, okay? So I'm going to go to Sculpt, and I'm going to just give it a little bit of flatten, or actually not flatten, but smooth, all right? So, or Sculpt, sorry. So when I go into Sculpt, I hit the Alt key and I press, see how it turns red or pink, however you want to look at it. But if you see here, if I zoom in now, actually don't go too far in, but you can see actually I got the strength down to 2 just to give it a little bit, you know, so it's not working so hard and so deep. So this is what I do. I hit the Alt key and I just kind of paint it in there. You can actually see some rocks in here, so you can actually see there's actually some darkness and some shades that you can see in here as well. You can also see little shades in here too. And if I go up here, you'll see some shades too, so that's where I'll use that. If I hit the control key, I can go bigger or smaller. So once I do this, if I go into the smaller area here, I can actually get in nice, okay? I'm going to zoom in, and you can see, hit the Alt key again, what it looks like, okay? If I hit the reactive button, it kind of gives it a more of a rockier kind of look, which is kind of cool when you're looking at it. But once again, I'll have to zoom out. Actually, that's the smallest it goes. But as you can see here, okay, so now when I go into the paint area, let's hit paint. Let's do rock number 2. These are all plugins, by the way, from other members of the Arma Reforger modding crew here. So a big shout out to Piano Man. He's actually helped me out big time on for my channel. Huge shout out to him. I do recommend seeing his channel, Piano Man. Okay. Once again, nice little plug in there for you, Piano Man. I appreciate all your help. You've actually got me through this little mess that I've had. I also have corrected the shadows as well, which before was a previous issue I had. So what I had to do was basically take the map, rebuild it, and without the roads, without the shade, like the trees, everything on there. So it basically I had to start from scratch again. But as you can see here, we zoom out and you can see the terrain. It is right there. So it looks like you got some dark little ravines in there, a little bit of items. Okay, so let's go back to the area that we were at. Sorry, and go into here. And sorry guys, bear with me. Let's go to paint. Let's go to rock. And if I paint this on there, you can see what this kind of looks like. Okay, kind of a little fast there. Alright, so now if I take my grass, I'm using, just so you guys all know, Grass Coastal it's called, okay? And I go into here and just give it a little bit of a paint around. Alright, you can see where actually all the other grass is here as well. Alright, so if I was to go like this, this reactive kind of gives it a bit of a janky kind of look to it, which is kind of cool. And if I look up here, I notice right up in here, it's a little indented here. If I was to back up, you can see where the highs and lows are, okay? So once again, I go back to Sculpt, go back to, I'm going to go actually go to Round. I'm just going to open this up a little bit more here, hit the Alt key, left Alt key on the keyboard. It goes red, and I can actually sculpt in here, lowering the terrain down with a smooth. And you want to take this with the greatest of ease. You don't want to go in there and just start hammering away at a strength of 50 or more, because you're going to find yourself hitting Control Z a lot just to get you back to where you were. So just a heads up on that, okay, guys? So once again, if I get a closer look here, you can see how the terrain starts to drop, okay? The more I keep on circling it, the deeper it goes, all right? So there you go. I learned also too, if you do up and down lines on here as well, it kind of gives it that janky kind of move, right? And if I wanted to go in there and paint, I can go in there, paint, and do, let's do rock again here. And I'll just narrow this one down a little bit. There we go. And I can just paint. I'm going to do some rock on this side. Give it a little bit of color on this side. And you guys kind of get the picture, right? So here is just a little bit of a helpful hand, what it looks like. Yes, and I'm going to go in there and just take a look. So I'm going to go play. Of course, save your product by hitting Control S. Okay. See in here, you can actually see how it's a little, here, just go like this. Right there. So it's a little high, so I could go in there and I can actually smooth that out too, but using the smooth tool, okay? So you can see the grass, the little ravines, and I'll hit back here again. And if I go back to my tools and paint, terrain tool, Control T actually gets you to the terrain tool, okay? So just so you guys know, Control T. And I go back to sculpt, and if I hit smooth, I can actually just tap it, right? Lower this down to 1, and let's square that one down a bit. It's just another little hint here too, guys, is that you can do the fall off too, right? By hitting the shift and the control key at the same time and just moving your mouse up and down. It'll give you what you want for smoothness and level of how much you want to do it, a little bit of smoothing on, okay? That's pretty much it. So I'm going to go in here and do one more item, and I'm going to do some paint. Let's do, like I said, the coastal grass, which is or you can do mountain grass, which is kind of cool too, but I've been working with the coastal one. But let's give it a little bit of a different color here. Here we go. Let's go like this, and it's a little bigger, right, than the mountain or the regular grass, okay? But you can see, here we go, just like that, folks. Kind of paints it in there, gives it a little bit of, continuity. Kind of neat, actually. I like this kind of painting here. It's kind of nice. It's kind of relaxing in a bit. And go on this side here. Oh, too much. Remember, you guys can always tap, right? If you guys want to just loosen the amount of strength as well, hit the strength key and just go to 5. Let's go half that point. There we go. There we go. Okay, Control S, save. And now I can go back in there and play. And here we go. We got a little bit of a ravine that kind of goes up and down a little bit. Gives a little bit of roughness to the terrain, okay? Okay, folks, there you have it. My name's Kurt. I'm doing the Arma Reforger terrain builds here. This one here is the current one, which is the Royal Stone version 3. As you all know, I've lost my my data from my other hard drive there. It basically gone, and I lost a bunch of other video footage too that I had that I was going to post up for you guys, but this is just one of them. So this is the update for 2025, March 2nd. You guys have a great day, and thanks for watching.